Hey, it's Coach Bo with a Diamond Insight. This is for players. I'm going to be putting these together, be sharing these out, and hopefully speed up the learning curve when it comes to understanding how to play the game. So that's why I'm going to start putting out more of these clips so we can learn together. In this one, there is a lot to learn, both good and bad. This was a game from a little while back, Tennessee versus Kent State. Fun fact, Nick Saban went to Kent State, the GOAT, and that was actually where he first started coaching. So we got Kent State, Tennessee, bases loaded, one out. Let's take a look at this wild play. We got a fly ball to center field. We got runners tagging up. Center fielder getting a little lazy with his footwork. Throws to the cutoff man. Throws it away. And a bases clearing sac fly. All right, let's take a look at what we can learn from the bad and the ugly, and then we'll get to the good. First thing that you'll notice here is the center fielder not getting behind the ball. He needs to get behind the ball. In fact, when he catches it there, he actually takes a step back after he catches the ball. So we can see how he catches the ball. He actually has his weight going backward. Now the wind is blowing on this day. I don't know if you noticed the flags. You'll see the wind was blowing out, but not super fast. As an outfielder, if there are flags, like this field has these flags right out in center field, right behind center field in right center, outfielders should periodically be checking the flags because outfielders, sometimes the infielders, are going to have to know if the wind's blowing in which direction. Most of the time it's not going to matter. But if you're somewhere where it gets some gusts of wind, pay attention to those flags from time to time to see if the wind has changed directions, especially if you play in a windy area. The wind was blowing out. He should have known that already, got behind the ball. He drifted into this. Now, the second mistake you'll see is him glance up. He glances up at the runners at the infield before he takes the ball and transitions it to his throw. This is a big no-no. This is an automatic throw to third base from Jump Street. He's too deep to throw home, but this is an automatic throw to third base or to minimum second base. Right when he catches it, he should already know if he's going to throw it to third or second. And there might be some calls from the infield here. So if you look close, you'll see him catch, look in, and then now it's quick. And at this level, that's a hesitation. Now, I know at youth baseball, that might not be a hesitation, but at this level, that is a hesitation. And that hesitation at this level is going to get you beat. Now, this shortstop's too far away from the outfielder. He needs to know the outfielder's arm. That arm is not super strong. He's too far. If you take a look at this distance, here to here to here, he should be right about here. He's making that center fielder throw the ball too far. This is such a short throw for this level, this type of player, shortstop at this level. This is way too short. This is not a long throw to here. The middle infielder's got to trust that they can throw the ball a little ways. All right, this is not a far throw. This is a very short throw. So he should be out here. That also gives him a chance to cut the ball off a little sooner, and as you'll see, get that runner at second base. But this ball dies here, and that's really a problem because now that play at second base is not there either. So outfielder doesn't get behind the ball, doesn't pay attention to the flags, or doesn't anticipate that the ball might drift, that fly ball might drift. Outfielder then catches it on his glove side. He isn't really ready to throw, looks up rather than just catching and throwing. As an outfielder, third base doesn't move. It's in the same spot. Same with second base, right? As an outfielder, if you know you're throwing it to third or second, or you hear the call 3-3 or 2-2, you are focusing on this, and then you already positioning your body to those bases because you know where those bases are. And then you catch and then you throw, and you have to trust that your cutoff man is lined up with those bases. If the cutoff man is not lined up, that's not your fault. Then we have the shortstop right here when he should have been somewhere about right there. Now, I see this mistake a lot with middle infielders. When they're the relay person, they put a lot of the responsibility for the distance from wherever the outfielder is to wherever they're throwing. They put a lot of it on the outfielder. I don't think you should crowd the outfielder and get too close to the outfielder. Of course, that's not good. But they need to be cognizant of, they need to be aware of how far they're away from this and how far they are from where they're going to throw. This is way too close. Now, that's 3 mistakes. Let's check out mistake number 4 here. I promise this is the last mistake you're going to see. Shortstop turns the throw to second base here, and he should have held on to the ball here because that runner was clearly going to be safe at second base, even with a great throw. And from there, it's a wrap. Nothing you can do from there. Let's point out some of the positives that Tennessee did on this play. This was really the tale of 2 cities right here, the tale of 2 teams. Kent State, 4 mistakes. Tennessee did some really good things. Let's take a look. I really like how this runner here He doesn't go right back to tag up. He reads to see where that ball might land. Then he quickly realizes that, hey, I'm going to tag up. He tags up. He probably has a scouting report, or he sees how that center fielder caught that ball, and he takes that base. Great hustle all around here. Great job by the runner at first base, tagging up there too. So he hesitates a little to see where it might land, then gets to the tag up position. Good job there. As soon as that ball gets thrown to third base, or in this direction towards the shortstop, that guy at first, you can't see him on the screen, but we know what he did. He tagged up hard from the get-go. His mindset, that runner at first base that's tagging up, his mindset is go. His mindset is not get off the base and read the throw. His mindset is I'm going to go until I see something that leads me to believe that they're coming for me. But you're going to see that as the runner at first base here tagging up. You're going to see that right away. The only way they're going to get you is if you get a bad jump and you're not ready to tag up, which he clearly was, so he can control that. The next thing is, as you're coming off hard towards second, the play's right in front of you. You see that center fielder throw the ball here, not only throw the ball to shortstop, a long throw and a slow throw. That's a done deal. You're taking second base. But the key is you have to be thinking go from the get-go. You can't be hesitant. When you're the trail runner, you have to think go and then brake. You have to think gas and then brake. You can always put the brakes on and go back. Worst case, you get in a pickle. Then the defense has to worry about this runner at third base. You stand a run down, this guy scores, or they go after this guy, then you move up. It's a low risk opportunity if it's go from the get-go. Now there are 2 outs here, so let's watch this runner. He's running hard all the way, right? He actually slows down a little bit, hesitates a little bit at the end, but he does run hard, and that's really important. Even though that's a deep fly ball, that runner at third's running hard. Why is that important? There's 2 outs. If they get that runner at second or the runner at third, of course, then that run won't count if he doesn't touch home before the tag. One last thing that I saw done really well by Tennessee was actually not done by a player. Check out the third base coach here. He's in a good position right here, of course, in a good position to help out this runner. But let's watch the movement of this third base coach. He moves here. He slides down with this runner, comes back up with this runner, and gives that runner the green light. So let's recap. Kent State, center fielder, should have got back on that ball, should have known that the wind was blowing out, should have got behind that ball. Nevertheless, outfielder should have caught it immediately and known where the throw was going. It should have been quick, throw, release, and almost picking up the target as you're coming forward with your throw. Shortstop, that cutoff man cannot be too far from the throw. They need to share the responsibility of the throw. You can't put too much of the responsibility on the outfield, so the shortstop can't be that far back. And then this throw right here should have been a hold up. Second base could have yelled, hold, hold, hold. At this level, second base, maybe first base could have yelled, hold, hold. Somebody who could see both the runner and that throw. It's hard for the shortstop. They got their back to the runner. And a great job all around of tagging up by all the runners. Great job right here, coming off hard, tagging up hard. Guy from third, going hard all the way through. Just great base running all around. Great job by the base coach, helping all those runners out. Well done by Tennessee. A lot to learn on both sides of it here. All right, this has been Coach Bo with some Diamond insight, trying to help players learn the game, trying to speed up that learning curve. I hope this helped. Let me know if there's other plays you'd like me to break down on the big screen here. All right, take care.